Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw This Time, and it's going to be on Clown in a Cornfield. Just like the title suggests, you know exactly what you're probably going to get from this film. This movie involves a young girl named Quinn who moves into a town with her father, and they are celebrating Founders Day, and it involves this clown that they call Fendo. I think that's what his name is. And there's a massive murder spree that goes on involving this clown, and involves different people in clown costumes trying to take down, this group of teens who you would seemingly want to get killed off. But there's actually more to these characters than they seem, surprisingly. I'm not going to go out and say that they're like the next Ash from the Evil Dead series or the next Laurie Strode in terms of memorability, because they aren't really memorable. I do feel like they're likable, even if some of them don't really seem all that likable. Now, this comes to us from Eli Craig, the director of Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. This is an awesome movie. I highly recommend it. It's so much fun, very funny, very brutal, and surprisingly heartfelt at some parts. And I don't really think this movie has the same vibes as this movie, but I'm not really going to compare it to that film all that much. But I can generally say that I did have a fun time watching this movie. I don't really understand why it needs to come out in May, though, because I feel like it would definitely get more attention had it come out in October. I mean, this is one of those more shorter released movies, because I did not see a trailer for this movie at all. I did not even know this movie was coming out until I saw like a poster on Rotten Tomatoes or something. All that I know is that this movie was coming out, and it's getting decent reviews, so I might as well go check it out, because I like seeing good horror movies, and when I see good horror movies, that makes me happy, because I like making top 10 best horror movies of the year list. I'm not sure if this would fall on that list, but for now, I will say it's definitely worth a watch. Now, when it comes to killer clowns and horror movies, it's been done many times, but hey, it's something that we all really enjoy when it comes to Pennywise or Art the Clown. Fendo the Clown, I won't say is as memorable as those, unless we get like a big horror movie franchise like those people got, then there is some possibility. I mean, this is based off a trilogy of books, so the possibilities of, this becoming a franchise, it just depends how well this movie does. It is going to be streaming on Shudder, but it is currently in theaters right now. When it comes to the midpoint of the movie, it definitely brings in more to the characters. Like, some of these characters, when it starts off, you just kind of want them to die, but later on, there are some things about these characters where at first I kind of wouldn't mind it if they died, but later on, there's more to them that makes me kind of root for them a little bit. I think the main protagonist, Quinn, is a very likable protagonist. She has a strong relationship with her father, who's overly protective. There's an aspect of the movie where he wants to teach her how to drive. It's something I can relate to, because that's the biggest goal in my life. And remember when I told you I was working on a life goal in my drop review? That was it. And thankfully I completed it. I just need a car. I wanted it to be more exciting, but yeah, but whatever. But, the fact that a movie like this exists, you would definitely feel like it would have some elements of horror that you would have seen a million times, and it definitely does. It does have generic, cliche jump scares we see a million times. False jump scares, to be exact. As well as some moments that definitely felt very generic in terms of, what they're trying to do when it comes to its horror elements. But that's not to say that the horror is all bad. I mean, when it comes to the kills, they can be very entertaining and quite gruesome and quite bloody, so you're definitely going to get that if you came for that. But I generally do appreciate for adding in more to the movie much later on, because while I thought the first half was decent, I definitely feel like the second half is truly where the movie shines the most. And the movie isn't very long, it's only an hour and a half long. So really, I appreciate the director for really trying something to, really make it feel more than just like another generic slasher. I mean, there are elements that do make it feel that way, but there are also some elements that definitely change it up to make it feel more, I wouldn't necessarily say deeper, more inventive, if I think that's the right word I could use. But yeah, in the end, Clown in a Cornfield, I had a fun time with it. I didn't expect like the next It or the next Terrifier or the next Killer Clowns from Outer Space in terms of clown horror movies, but I can say I generally had a fun time watching this one. I appreciate what it did, and for the most part, I think it works really well for the way it changes things up with its characters and when it comes to what the movie is trying to offer much later on. Not just in terms of kills, but what the movie is, trying to go for in terms of the character of Fenno the Clown and why exactly these people are doing this to, these people. So yeah, I appreciate what they did here, and yeah, it's definitely not the next this in terms of Eli Craig's career, but nonetheless, had a pretty fun time. It's definitely gonna depend what you expect from this movie, because it does feel very generic at some parts, but there are parts of the movie that I felt like were redeemed when I was watching the movie. But let me know what you guys think. Anyways, I am excited for tomorrow because Doom the Dark Ages comes out, and I cannot wait to play that bad boy. I'm going to be busy on that, though I am going to be out of town next week, so I'm going to play as much as I can. I don't expect to review the game till probably after I come back. It just depends how much I get done. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and maybe subscribe for more. You can also check me out on Twitter or Instagram or maybe Blue Sky. Give me a follow if you can. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Word out.